For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Terence Crawford has openly called out Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of demanding a fight purely for money. Crawford made it clear that he has no interest in facing Mayweather and never even imagined stepping in the ring with him. He believes fights like this aren't about proving greatness, they're about building hype and cashing big checks. According to Crawford, Mayweather is more focused on money than competition, chasing exhibition bouts after retirement. Crawford said Floyd had his time, but this era belongs to him, and he won't let money-driven demands distract him from what he's already accomplished.
Know how you is, you be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, bro. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, I'll be this. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Critics argue that Mayweather's recent boxing appearances are about generating paydays rather than preserving his athletic legacy. Once praised for his defensive genius and perfect record, Floyd has shifted toward exhibitions that deliver huge paychecks but little sporting significance. Analysts note that he flaunts his wealth regularly and clearly doesn't need the income, yet continues seeking these bouts. For many fans, this has been disappointing, a sign that his post-retirement focus is centered entirely on money-making rather than meaningful competition.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right, he couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine them. It's going to be a boatload.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley has been outspoken about the hypothetical Mayweather-Crawford matchup. Bradley claims Mayweather historically struggled against southpaws and that Crawford's versatile style would give him major problems. He highlights Crawford's switch hitting, sharp timing, and adaptability as tools that could break through Floyd's legendary defense. Bradley even went as far as saying that Mayweather isn't that good when faced with fighters like Crawford, a bold statement that has sparked heated debates among fans.
Oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford, especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counter punches in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand, the way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? Man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Boy, got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counter puncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep, I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real life.
Others argue that comparing Crawford to Mayweather is unfair. They point out that Mayweather's resume includes a long list of elite fighters, while Crawford hasn't faced quite the same level of competition. From this perspective, Crawford's achievements, though impressive, have not yet reached the historical significance of Floyd's career. These analysts stress that Mayweather's greatness is already cemented, while Crawford is still in the process of building his case.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites. Bud getting hit by non-elites. And somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch him.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult offered a provocative take, saying Crawford deserves to be ranked above Mayweather for one reason: risk. He emphasized Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, arguing that Floyd would never have taken such a dangerous fight against a prime, bigger opponent. While Mayweather was calculated with timing and opponent selection, Crawford moved up in weight and faced the challenge head-on. According to Showbiz, that willingness to risk everything elevates Crawford's legacy beyond Floyd's carefully managed career.
Why is Terence "Bud" Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence "Bud" Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence "Bud" Crawford never been a middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt to do.
Crawford himself has grown frustrated with constant Mayweather comparisons. He's repeatedly stated that he has no desire to fight Floyd, reminding fans that Mayweather belongs to a past era. This era, he says, is his. Crawford acknowledges Floyd's greatness but insists that legacies shouldn't overlap and that fans should focus on what he's accomplishing right now, not on hypothetical matchups that will never happen.
Start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
Danny Garcia, who has faced several top names, gave a diplomatic answer when asked who would win between Mayweather and Crawford. Instead of taking sides, Garcia predicted the fight would end in a draw. He explained that Floyd's defensive brilliance and Crawford's offensive adaptability could neutralize each other in the ring. His neutral take reflects the respect both men command and adds yet another layer to the debate.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever, at 147, that's tough. I don't know, a draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former world champion Shane Mosley believes Mayweather's size would be his downfall against Crawford. He argued that Floyd, despite his technical brilliance, is simply too small to withstand Crawford's power, reach, and versatility. Mosley said that Crawford's ability to switch stances in control distance would eventually break through Mayweather's defense, noting that Floyd thrived against opponents his own size, but Crawford's natural advantages would be too much.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no question in the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Showbiz the Adult added a nuanced perspective, cautioning fans not to oversimplify the Mayweather-Crawford debate. He acknowledged that Crawford's win over Canelo sparked conversations about him surpassing Floyd's legacy, but said one fight isn't enough to settle the argument. Mayweather's career spanned decades of dominance across multiple weight classes, and comparing them fairly requires examining consistency, level of opposition, and overall impact on the sport.
Not add a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Floyd, Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they can go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight class, and they fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.
Trainer Stephen "Breadman" Edwards offered a refreshing take, telling fans to stop forcing comparisons and simply enjoy Crawford's accomplishments. He said Crawford's win over Canelo was a once-in-a-lifetime moment that should be celebrated on its own. Breadman also criticized the immaturity of constantly dragging Mayweather's name into the discussion, saying that Floyd is retired and should not even be part of the conversation.
To Floyd.
Man, I don't really want to compare him right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. It's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, and I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing and make up something just to I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights will go, and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it.
The boxing community remains split, with passionate arguments on both sides. Many fans argue that Crawford would beat Mayweather because of the risks he's taken and the challenges he's overcome, particularly moving up in weight to dethrone Canelo Alvarez. Others believe Floyd's undefeated record and defensive genius speak for themselves. The truth may be that both men are great in their own ways, each representing a different era and a different philosophy of boxing.
Who's gonna win? I used to think that the size difference was too much. That Canelo Alvarez was like, man, how are they gonna do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008, but he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Alvarez is 63. Canelo Alvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote-unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's going to beat him in September. I don't know how, but I think.
Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez is widely seen as the defining moment of his career. Moving up 2 weight classes to face one of the sport's most dominant champions was a bold risk, but Crawford executed with precision and composure. Analysts say this win elevates him into the conversation of all-time greats, proving he is fearless and willing to challenge himself in ways few fighters dare.
After Terence Crawford defeated Saul Canelo Alvarez to become the new, undisputed super middleweight champion and achieving GOAT status of his era, a lot of people are wondering now, what could be the next step for Terence Crawford? And to be honest with you, there's a couple options. The great man himself did state a move to middleweight division could be his next step, and of course, a certain someone caught wind of this. With this interview, Janabek posted this with 2 emojis with a thumbs up and an A-OK. And to be honest with you guys, I would love this matchup here. I mean, Janabek is one of the most feared and avoided boxers in the entire game today. And look, stylistically, this could be an absolute epic matchup. I mean, the boxing IQ and thunderous power in Janabek versus the GOAT himself. Who wouldn't want to see that? But of course, there are rumors that Carlos Adames could be Janabek's next opponent, and that could be a huge unification to see who's the top dog at 160. Now after that, who knows, man? And of course, the next option could be the rematch between Saul Canelo Alvarez. And for me, I would absolutely love to see this. I mean, the first time round was absolutely amazing to see Terence Crawford achieve greatness. But to do it again, guys, who wouldn't want to see this? And to be honest with you, it could be even bigger than the first time round. Or option 3, in my opinion, could be retirement. I mean, what he's achieved in the game is absolutely unbelievable. Undisputed, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and defeating the guy, the man himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez, to achieve that. What more is there to achieve at this point right now, guys, honestly? But look, knowing Bud, I'm pretty sure retirement is out of the question. Well, at least for now. But after what he's achieved, no one can question what he decides to do next. And look, guys, for me, even if his next move is to go to middleweight, best believe I'll be there to watch it, guys. But guys, what's your thoughts about all this? And what do you think Terence Crawford should do next?
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates and debates from the world of boxing.